Let me recall. Okay, cool. So, welcome everyone to January commission call today. Yeah, let's yes. I know that in January and December you have a lot of MC thingy. But I hope in February we can have more people to join because we're not gonna have confront anymore. Okay, let's go with the first check-in. So right now, everyone, you can have 1 minute to check in for one person, and then you can tag order. The question is very easy. How you feeling right now? Like you don't know what's the feeling. You feel chill. Sorry, you feel chilling. You feel ready to roll or sleeping or emotional. Yes. Let's start with someone. Um.
Okay, I can go.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
Cool. So right now I'm feeling like ready to roll because I just came back from conference and had interacted with my new commission, and I think they're pretty up for the entire summer peak, and I think they are ready about it. So I'm really excited to see how things unfold for the entire Asia Pacific region, and more than that, also contributing to the growth of this region is very important, and I hope that we can do that together. So yeah, excited for that. With that, I check in, and I am
Yay.
going. Do I have to nominate someone? Nee?
Yeah, you can tag someone you want.
Okay, Kim. Kim can go next.
okay. I will go next. Right now, I don't know. I maybe emotional and I think a big cross because next 30 minutes I will have commission in Thailand, which is like my national conference. And yeah, I think that January is a bit hectic for me because I have like national conference and ensure the operation on time, and especially I have tests to do. So that's me, Kim, checking.
Amazing. Hi Kim. Let's tag someone.
Fatima.
Ima, Philippines. Ima, I think you mute yourself.
Attack Fatima.
Yeah, yeah. Her nickname is Ima. Fatima, are you there?
Me? Yeah,
Okay.
it's me.
Yes.
Yeah, it's me, right? Okay. 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 I think I also have the same feelings with Harsh. I think we just finished the conference, and so we were able to. I was also able to meet with my commission and I guess the whole delegate, and we were delegation. I mean, and we were able to talk about the new goal that we want to set. And so more or less I'm kind of nervous but ready to roll. So yeah, that's me and I'm checking in.
Yes. Hi. Uh, uh,
So I
you,
nominate Phoebe to be the next one.
Phoebe.
Hi. Hello.
Hi,
Uh,
MCP.
yes, I feel ready to roll because we just finished a super hectic first 2 weeks of January, like after the conference, and also yeah, and also met my new commission, and they are super excited as well. So yes, so that's how I'm feeling now, and I'm Phoebe, and I'm checking in.
Hi,
I
Phoebe.
nominate. Is there anybody else?
I think you guys can nominate Min. See
Oh,
the
yes,
new
nominate me.
yeah minister of Malaysia.
Oh, mean. Sorry.
Hi guys, can you hear
Hi.
me?
Yes.
I feel almost ready to roll because so right now I'm in Malaysia for like my journey as a marketing director, and it's a little bit worry and like a lot of kind of feeling, but I feel like almost ready to roll. Except for like I will receive the transition from my predecessor, and I haven't met my EST team before, so it's a little bit worried, but almost ready to roll.
Yes. Hi.
I'm Min. I'm checking
Welcome.
in.
Hi, Min. Min is the new MC director, marketing director for Malaysia, and she gonna have Malaysia to run attraction for the summer. Okay, so I think the last one gonna be me. I think I have what are the feeling right now, and I'm also ready to roll. What's the feeling is because every day I have 10 checklists that I need to do. I have like yes because this is the peak of free attraction, and I need to handle objects. So which means it's gonna be a lot of work for me. But at the same time, so I don't have a lot of feeling most of the time because I just focus to work. But I also really how say exciting to ready to start the summer because I hope this is gonna be one of the biggest summer that we can have before. And I'm ready to roll. Yeah, so I'm checking in. I think we're gonna have more people to come, but they cannot talk. They can just listen to us. Okay, so let's go to the main topic of today. We're gonna have B2C marketing and OGV SOP implementation for January. Uh, I'm gonna talk about this part in around like 15 minutes or 10 minutes something, and then we're gonna go to E timeline update, supply and demand update. So I'm gonna have some update for you about the supply and demand thingy. Also, I have some update for you about the B2C and OGV operation submit, how you're gonna deliver it with marketing. And next one is something related to the sale audit that I'm gonna release to you very soon. And the last one is I think that we can just spend a very little time to talk about the new global campaigns, but I'm not gonna talk deeply about this part because I'm gonna talk about it more detail in the marketing commission call next week with the clear guideline. So in this commission call, we're gonna focus on supply and demand, big operation submit, and SOP implementation. Yes. So go to the first thing, January checklist. So I hope that you already read through the December focus. So this is the December focus of both marketing and OGV and OGE. So before we start for the January checklist, I think that the December focus already include a lot of things that we need to do. There are some entity that's still struggling with the analysis or the strategy. But I suggest that you can have a look through the SOP in December and then check through it. And if you haven't done any, I would say if you still not finalize the strategy, don't be afraid because you don't need a very fancy or big strategy. You just need a very clear enough and on point strategy. Because right now we need to finalize the strategy and then scale to the network already, so that in the next 2 weeks it's gonna be the time for us to implement the strategy, which means we need to start implementing things already, so that we can catch up on time. Um, so for January checklist, I have some checklist for B2C marketing, which is here. First, you need to check into the infrastructure. So let's finish the setting up for the digital platform, including the social platform, the customer support, lead nurturing, lead assignment on S-bar and IR on S-bar. So you can check into B2C SOP implementation to see how to see what exactly checklist you need to do. But infrastructure need to be done now so that marketing can start um, running ad or can start doing attraction. And if you are OGV, let ensure that your marketing is set up this kind of information. Second is very important. This is the month for education and that scaling. That scaling education implementation. So education also one of the important part in the checklist in this month. So I also gonna have a guideline for you on how you can deliver the education for both marketing and OGV. Next one is also important that marketing need to have a synergy meeting with OGV. Why? Because most of the time marketing just run the campaigns without understand about the IR performance or IR goal. And in this my biggest recommendation is you need to have a synergy meeting, and the KPI of this meeting sorry is the number of application for each IR partner in which timeline for which promotion campaigns. So it's very important to onboard the both marketing and OGV commission for this point of view, and also remember to review the December checklist. Let's moving on very quick with the checklist that you haven't done in December. Don't do analyze it. Don't do any deep analysis anymore. Don't try to create more strategy. Just focus on the very simple but very on point tactic and very on point strategy, and then do implementation. Also for OTV here. So for OTV, one thing that you need to synergy is with marketing and finance. So I think that you still remember in APOP we did talk about the pricing model. If you think that you still have time to review the pricing model of the EP fee, then let's have a synergy space with your marketing and finance so that you can understand about the willing, the way of the customer, how much they are willing to pay, and based on internal finance, how much we can manage the finance for the product. So if you already see a list of product pricing guideline from Isuru in APOP. So if you think that you need to review on the product pricing, let's discuss about this kind of thing. Also, laser station meeting EB contract and payment method. SPA setting also, you need to ensure the SPA setting is done for the supply demand. In this peak, in this period is come to the period that you need to finalize the S&D strategy already. So you're gonna have the short term S&D and also the long term. And also the same with the marketing checklist for OTV. You also need to be the one who coordinate the supply, the IR meeting strategy with marketing to discuss about the application and how you can support LC in defining the IR for LC to LC. And then for education, OTV have a lot of things to educate for the network in this period. Yeah, and I will talk about this later. Also review in the December focus checklist. Oh shit. Yeah. So as you already remember this thing in the last commission call, in in this month, the thing that I want to make it clear again is in the last month you already have the draft thinking in your mind. But right now after the meeting with marketing and the IR partner, OTV need to put down the exactly E2E timeline that you're gonna work with the key IR partner. So I would not expect you to put all of the 10 people in this thing, and also marketing they cannot run the attraction for 10 IR partner at the same time. So they only can run a very focused campaign for 3 to 4 maximum IR partner in a peak in a peak of attraction. And for other IR partner, we're gonna do other kind of promotion or opportunity promotion only. So it's very important for you to figure out this kind of thing before you talk to RGV. Because right now, as I know from RGV side, they have no clue about what OGV is doing. So this is very important in downscaling for both commission. Okay, yeah. So that's it, the SOP for the SOP checklist for January is not a lot, but it's require a lot of implementation. So I would like to know some from your side about, do you have any GCD about SOP implementation in December that you want to share, or do you see any challenge that you are facing right now and you want to share? I can have leave a space of 3 minutes and you can share.
Okay, Ni, I can go. So, with regards to the GCP and SOP implementation, I think for us, marketing and OGV alignment has become something very important. And I think we have been doing well in that as well. Like me and my marketing have had a lot of synergy meetings even during our replanning. The planning was done together and all of that. And I think that has been helping us in ensuring that whatever plans we have are aligned. And now that we are going to do a review of our replanning as well, I think all these SOPs we are going to look into it again. But more importantly, I think the fact that my marketing is equally involved in operations and he has understanding of supply demand has been helping me in ensuring that I am clear with what how my marketing needs to align with OGV. So I think that has been helping really well. So I think operational knowledge along with marketing is something which is really, really good.
Nice, amazing. That's correct. That is something that marketing very need to know. Cool. Anyone else? Do you face any challenge in SOP implementation? You can also share.
Uh, Hello everyone, I'm Kim from ASEAN Vietnam. So the challenge I think right now is like we have a huge checklist and it's really detailed and in some of MCVP I read it and I really understand what to do. But the thing is like how cascade this detail and have a protein for network is kind of like difficult. So based on the way that me cascade and straight to the point, what is like the focus next step for in SOP implementation? So I think it's quite a good K practice for me to apply it for my network.
So you mean you define the key focus?
Yeah.
Nice.
Then I will deliver it monthly and have a routine for my network to implement SOP implementation.
Nice. Uh, how can you define the key focus of SOP checklist for the network?
Um, I think from my side, I will base on the situation of my entity. For example, the timeline of the MC, the timeline of holiday or some kind of thing. And the second part is like I will pay on my focus as well, what I need to do and what I need to done in this kind of month. Then I will combine it together and cascade for the network.
Cool. I will definitely share this campaign for other product also. Yeah, and anyone else? Let me check in the chat. I see two chat. No, not now. Okay, nice. So I think yes, for SOP implementation, please remember that SOP implementation is the blood of operation. So we need the blood to survive, right? So which means this is something that very minimum and basic and standard for the whole network to follow. If we cannot implement all, then we can just choose the key focus. Like, and also for our region, I have the four key focus for SOP implementation that I keep talking to you many times, right? So and you can also based on your contact to choose the focus so that you can know what you need to talk and how you can synergy better with your marketing day by day, more and more and more. Um, and yeah, and that's it. And if you need to grow, you need another strategy. So that's gonna be for SOP implementation. Not gonna be a lot. Let's do the implementation. So right now, let's go to the E2E timeline. So here, so for the E2E timeline, I have a very simple checklist for you to understand about how it's gonna be done, because I understand there are lots of entity or a lot of people not clear about what exactly you need to done or you need to implement right now. So this is just my suggestion, but you need to do more. But at least this is something that for E2E management, you can ensure that if you have done this, then you can at least start to run the campaign, start to run the first campaign. The first thing is the synergy meeting as we talked before, and second is you have the meeting with marketing and OGV to have the synergy meeting. My suggestion is if you have the OJS commission, then let's talk between OGV, OGE, OGT, and marketing, so we can define the capacity of marketing. Because I would say you for some marketing, they can handle three products at the same time, but for some marketing, they cannot. So we need to see, or we can utilize the results or the campaigns of GV and GE and GT together. Like example, if we have in February, we're gonna run GE and GV with ISEC of India or ISEC Indonesia, for example, then we can run together. So I would suggest that marketing and OGV or OJ synergy meeting is important to have it. And after you have the synergy meeting, you finalize the timeline and you have a key campaigns. So the key campaign here gonna be something that is gonna be the focus for you in the summer. That marketing and you need to keep each other accountable on. For example, marketing they can only focus on 3 to 4 maximum campaign or 5 something. Like do it very properly, and they're gonna have like our campaign is 3 month, 3 week or 1 month something. But we still, as OGV operation, we still need to handle more IR partner, and maybe for some IR partner we don't need to do a big promotion for them because the market understanding already there. But we still do some like internal promotion about opportunity for them. Yeah, so we only need the key campaigns here. And then for OGV, it's really important that you can synergy with IGV to figure out the E2E approval. So usually after you do a campaign for one entity, you're gonna have a lot of application for that certain entity. Maybe it's not gonna be 100% goal, but can be like 60% of application goal or 70% of application goal gonna come a lot after you run any campaigns. Then how gonna be the application processing between OGV and IGV, or do you have any discount campaign in that period that you want to do with each other, so that you can boost like 70 performance of approval in that campaign? Then let's discuss IGV for that part. And also it's also very important that you have a commission call with IGV, including the new LCVP, so that you can downscale the strategy. Because if you want them to run the campaign with you, they need to understand about exactly when OGV gonna send for them. What is the rosette that me can support OGV to rosette the customer even faster than the normal rosette, for example. And at the same time, you for OGV, you need to ensure that your marketing is start working on the first campaign creation with the national team. So they need to working on customization with the global campaigns. They need to customize with the exact specifically E2E entity message. So for example, we have the new global campaign E, which Isaac. Then we do attraction focus with India IGV, Indonesia IGV, and Vietnam IGV. Then we need to ensure that the campaigns is customized for the message of that IGV entity already, and marketing is working on creation the content, the note, the material, every single thing. Also need to ensure that marketing have to have a space to deliver the customization and the downscale the marketing strategy to LC, so that you can ensure that MC and LC E2E campaign is super alignment. Yes. And finally, after you have done this kind of thing, then you deliver it and have an operation submit to for both OGV and marketing together, um, so that you can strengthen the synergy between the marketing and OGV in the LC. Yeah. So for this, for this part, I would like to have some update from your side. So right now, I can give you around like um, okay. So first, let me know that which entity, which OGV that you have done the E2E timeline with the key campaign with your IR partner yet. So you can put in the box chat so that I can know who have done it and who still in consolidation. Can we get the date? Like the timeline for all IGV of AB. You mean you want to know the timeline of IGV AB? Mm, I see. For this part, I think it would be how say it would be, so for IGV they are open on the time, but what I expect to have, how is it on the sheet? Yes, so on the sheet, what we need to see, so as you can see in the screen here, I would suggest that OGV can have a robot timeline because you understand about the um, student timeline. So you can robot a timeline that, okay, in this campaign, we're gonna focus to achieve 70% of the goal, and then you ring to IGV, and then IGV can give the feedback. IGV they don't have the exactly timeline, but if we finalize the OGV timeline for on the whole AP, then I can discuss with Gina, and then I can see, for example, if in that period that entity, like for example Thailand in April, they're gonna have examination and they're not gonna working, then I'm gonna suggest you to address the timeline again. Or if we see that in February a lot of entities sending people for Indonesia, then we can suggest you to adjust the timeline a bit. So yeah, so I think uh I see where when are the application gets slow for IGV country. And, uh okay, so I will for the application I can have some update with you about the S&D in also in this call, so you can know like roughly about this part. But I would suggest that you have a robot from OGB side first. I also don't know exactly every OGB because the market, yeah. But you can ask me more in the O2O. Okay. Okay, we have a rap sheet name, which I feel. Um, yes, so if you click here, if you click in this A to A timeline, you can duplicate this spreadsheet into your own spreadsheet, and then you can do whatever you want with your own spreadsheet. I just want to know the, yes, I just want to know the key IR partner. So if you have 10 IR partner, because you have a lot of IR partner, right? But I can only manage work with you with the top 3 or top 4. Yeah, yes. So I'm gonna talk with you about S&D more because your case is quite different. Yeah, nice. So who have done the E2E? Cool, nice. I think. So who have done the E2E timeline? So Malaysia just the draft, not finalized yet. Um, okay. How about Vietnam and Philippines and Cambodia? I think you are in the call. And Pakistan and Indo and and Bangladesh and Singapore. You can type for me in the chat that have you done or not done the E2E timeline for online, Jason. 70% done. We are able to set the goal, but not yet with the E2E timeline. Okay, cool. Need to confirm with IGV. Okay, not yet. I see. Okay. How about Bangladesh and other? Hi, Pakistan. Hi, Israel. Oh, nice. Good job, Pakistan. Um, okay. So let's go like this. Um, so for the entity, I think I plan to have a time for you to update on the E2E timeline. But if you haven't done it, then I think let's try to finish it in next week with RGV. Um, yes, and then I'm gonna catch up with you. Maybe I'm gonna catch up with each of you on WhatsApp to have the timeline from your side first, and I can have some consultant for you on the timeline that you have. Um, and if you have further concern, I can have you to see how you can ensure the E2E marketing gonna happen properly based on that. Yeah, I see. So let's finish this topic in next week because in next week, I'm gonna downscale the campaign with the marketing people, and I'm gonna talk very deep about how they're gonna do. Yeah, I see Israel. Okay, I think I can talk to you in your marketing very detailed about the E2E promotion for this part. Um, I think let's at least have 80% draft timeline in next week. I would suggest to have it like as long as you done it, you can just text for me the timeline and things so that I can put the timeline of your focus entity in the big picture of AB, and then I need to discuss with Gina first so I can see the capacity of an IGV to handle a lot of E2E people in one time. Can they deliver it or not? And then I can talk to the marketing and I can come back with you with the suggestion from my side. So let's done it next week because I think it would. Yeah, it would benefit for you in next week. Okay, and this is something that you need to finalize with your IR partner. Um, the focus product packaging with each ITV IR, the timeline, the goal for application, the goal for approval, and the goal for real life. And if you need a framework, yes, again here, you can come to this framework. You can duplicate it in your own spreadsheet. You can do whatever you want. Yeah. Nice. Okay, so in this right now, I will give you some more insight about the supply and demand in the summer, so that you, based on this, you can have more imagine how say the draft thinking better about how you can set the goal with IGV and also the timeline with IGV. So if you look into first, I would say this is the number of realization in the summer that we approve in reverse winter. So based on this list, we didn't have the all of the entity because we only have the top five here so far. But I can have you to update more if you want. So, but the key focus right now we have India, OGV India, OGV Indonesia, and OGV Vietnam are the one that have a lot of fish big approval that's gonna rely in the fish big in the summer. So, which means if you count the summer rely in the summer rely, you need to include the goal for the fish big also, and you need to have a plan on how you can ensure these people gonna rely in um, February, March, and April and May, which is not your peak of rely. So both focus on CSP at the same time is also important for this entity. And also, if you work very important, if you're working with marketing on sign up form, you need to focus on setting a goal for approval and sign up for rely in fruit speak only. So marketing, they don't need to set the goal for the total realize, but they need to set the goal for the new approval that you need to ensure the total of realize. You understand, right? I hope you understand what I mean. And here, so this is the demand, and also in AB IGV, I would classify the AB IGV in three type of demand. So the first one is the high demand, which is they have a lot of open and they have potential to grow. So I would say um, the big picture that we can have right now is for IGV high demand. We have these five entity: IGV Indonesia, Vietnam, India, Malaysia, and Sri Lanka. So for these five IGV, we have a lot of a very high demand. Es- Especially, sorry, it's a little bit noisy. So first, especially for Indonesia, for India, no, for IGV Indonesia, IGV Malaysia, and IGV Sri Lanka, because they're gonna have a dropping from OGV MOC. So for example, IGV Indonesia, they gonna missing 200 real life from MOC, and they gonna have more open. So which means actually Indonesia they gonna have a lot more open, and a lot more slot for your EP. So this is some one of the IR that you can look into. The entity that we suggest to work with Indonesia IGV is OGV Vietnam and OGV Pakistan and OGV Australia. So these three entities, because we look into the visa and the process and the focus for you to grow, so I think that this three OGV can start to working with OGV Indonesia a lot, so you can cover the drop and you can also grow a lot more. Um, Especially for OGV Pakistan, I think is a very good potential for you. Second, for IGV Vietnam, yes, they always have the high demand as always. Plus, they have 1,500 more open for the summer, which is a lot of open. And as I know, they have a strong CSP process to work and manage AP and ensure the approve to rely with IR partner. And as I know, IGV Vietnam has strong partnership with OGV India. So I think this is gonna be some good point that you can ensure the rely in the summer in the winter can rely in the summer right now. And other entity you still can work with Vietnam. For IGV India, right now they are shifting the focus more to AP, and also they have the new MCVB IGV in the entity. The biggest challenge when I see most of the entity that talk to me when you work with India, actually we is about the promotion. So for the marketing strategy for India, you need to put more strategy to educate the external market about the country. And especially they have a very strong asset brand that they are currently working with me to see how they can deliver the message to promote. And also they have every for India RGV. I suggest you focus on LC to LC because every LC they're gonna have a LC brand that's gonna be aligned with the national brand, which is very good because this were a GCB in the past that they have them achieve a lot of performance with with OTV. So I think that for India ITV, you can focus on LC to LC. ITV Malaysia, yet as always, they have high demand and they're gonna have 1,000 more. Um, they would missing around 200 real life from MOC, which is the one that missing the most of real life from MOC. So they are welcome to to have more OGV to work with them to cover the job and also to grow. So the entity that I suggest you to work with them is OGV Indonesia, OGV Cambodia, OGV in India, and OGV Thailand. Because we consider about some factor about the like the market and something and other I mean a lot of factors. So we suggest this OGV to be more focused to work with these people to grow. And for IGV Sri Lanka, we can they also have a strong visa and they gonna miss around 140 real life from MOC also. So I would suggest that maybe OGV India can start to work with them very strong. Yeah, so this is the top five high demand RTV in the entity. You can leave me any concern along the way. I can um, yeah, I can answer for you along the way. So let's go let's go to the medium demand. Um, so for medium demand, we're gonna have IGV Thailand. They still have a lot more open in this peak. Not gonna be too huge, but also gonna be more. I think someone is speaking. Okay, Sweta. I mute you so that I can talk.
Wait. Yes.
Who's that? Okay. Okay. So secondly, for medium demand, you're gonna have IGV Thailand, IGV Cambodia. IGV Thailand is good already. They have more open, but not gonna be a lot. Like other high demand, IGV Cambodia, they also have 1,300 more, which is very potential. And Cambodia is in the period of growth. They have a strong LC culture, good quality and strong CSP process. So that I think it's gonna be a very potential space for OGV to talk to work with them and grow. Last year when I just worked with them in one term and we already grow like to the sky already because the capacity to handle EP a lot. It's just because we didn't do it before. And remote for them is also very easy too. Because the way of packaging Cambodia is easy. They only have the national project in Okun, which is easy to promote and some LC promotion. And also IGV list Philippines, they have 200 approved open more. So as I can see, IGV Philippines, they improve a lot in comparison to last year. I think that for if you work with IGV Philippines, as long as you can ensure the LCSOP implementation is well implemented, then they already have a lot of potential to grow. One fun fact is in the past, Philippine IGV used to be as big as IGV Thailand or Malaysia, and they used to be also one of the key partner of Vietnam in the past, they have a lot of potential to grow. So I think that this is gonna be someone that maybe they are medium demand, but they have potential. And then for the stagnant demand is they have open, they are doing good. However, they don't have enough open for you to grow like disruptively. Because like for example, IGV Myanmar, they are good, but the goal with IR partner already fulfilled. And if you want to set more goal with them, you need to understand about the urban situation before you set the goal, and you need to confirm again with them about the goal. Also for ITV South Korea and ITV Taiwan, the problem is about the open. even they are good, but if you want to set more approval with them, you need to ask them like 3 times, confirm 3 times again about the actual open, so that you can set a clear IR goal with them. Yeah. So call to action for this kind of thing. uh, don't trying to finalize a very high or very low number of application with IGV. I know that OGV is very ambitious and you wanna set a very high number, but my opinion is I always set the most realistic goal with IGV, and I would give them two scenario. The first one is the ideal one, so we can achieve 100% goal, and the second is the 70%. So in the 70%, the solution is the E2E campaign. So as long as I can ensure that the E2E campaign is well implemented, and then I can achieve 70% of the goal. And I would let RGV expect that, okay, if we cannot get 100% of the goal, this is the second scenario, and how we can handle between two scenario. So IGV, they can come back, they can talk to the commission and know how to manage your application very, very well. And if they can know the capacity that they need to manage your application, they can help you to increase the conversion rate from apply to accept. This is very simple, but it's very important for us to improve the conversion rate. Also, for the high demand IGV, I suggest that if you want to grow, you can just choose one or two entity IGV that high demand at the focus to grow. So which means you can have a lot of IR partner, like you can have 6, 7 something, but you need to know that which IR partner can give you the growth in this peak. And if you are choosing to work with one high demand IGV, then you can choose one or two that have a lot of potential to grow. But if you cannot work with them in that situation, then let's choose 3 to 4 RGV entity that have medium demand for growth, so that you can combine them and you can still grow with them. Even the volume maybe not gonna be a lot, and you need to handle more IR partner, but you can still manage the LC to LC partnership to grow with the minimum demand, and as well manage the real life from winter. Yeah, so that's it for the supply and demand update. Do you have any concern for me, or any concern that you want to know more about IGV AP? That can help you to, yeah, make decision better. If you don't have, you can wait. Or if you want me to explain about some point, you can. Yeah, nice, nice. Okay, you can leave the question for me. I think you need to ask me the question first, so I can prepare the answer. I see, because it's the regional IR. Um, yeah. Okay. Nice. Yeah. For all the OGV, to be honest, for all the OGV, I think that you only need around 6 to 7 focus IR partner. Then it's already enough. But for any entity that have a really high volume of OGV like India, or Indonesia, then yeah, it's gonna be another story. Okay. Nice. I will have more update with you about each IGV later. But this is something that you can base on and adjust your number of IR application and IR real life witness. Okay, then let's go to the B2C and OGV operation submit. So I didn't know exactly how you deliver the submit before, but my recommendation for this pick is because we are on trying to ensure the synergy between OGV and marketing. As we can see, we are trying to have more meeting between OGV and marketing, and marketing understand about you, so they can do it even better. So it's also important to boost this kind of synergy in the LC. And how we can support the LCVB to synergy with each other if we facilitate the operand submit, that in this operand submit we have them to synergy with each other. So if you want to have, I'm just finished the join submit guide here. You can click here to have the material that can be helpful for you. I will have some update more later if I see some topic is not well designed, but it can be something that you can use it now. Yeah, so I will talk about this kind of thing very briefly. So in the commission call, no, in the over B2C B2C marketing and OGV submit. The most important content that you can find in the booklet is you can see the agenda of the B2C and marketing commission code. No commission operation submit. The most important topic are analyze it, goal setting, strategy. For strategy, there's two strategy: supply strategy and demand strategy. Supply strategy is everything related to market growth, the direction, the marketing, the lead conversion, lead generation, funnel. The demand strategy is everything related to IR, LC partnership something, and E2E campaign finalization, and network building. So in the submit, I have a detailed guideline for you on how you can design the submit. Um, Please be remember that if in the national conference you deliver the why, right? So in this submit you need to be very clear between the why and the how, the what. So national conference, you talk about the why, we need to why we have this strategy, but in open submit let's just talk about how and what to implement. Because right now imagine that your LCVB actually they are not strong, they're just the new one. They are just a team leader, and then the team leader and the member also very new, so it needs you to guide for them by example, very detailed from beginning. And in this open submit it can have benefit for your LCVB to practice the synergy, strategy creation and implementation together. And expect that in the submit everything not gonna be done, but at least you can have you can facilitate the synergy conversation between LCVB marketing and LCVB OGV, and then they can come back and finalize things from the topic that you deliver for them. In the submit, I would suggest that you have 2 days. So for the first day, it's gonna be B2C marketing and OGV submit together, like the whole commission sit together. But in the second day, you should have a separate submit for marketing to talk about campaign creation, campaign alignment, campaign measurement, every kind related to the national campaign, so that we can ensure that MC and LC campaign is aligned. So it's gonna be a detail about marketing implementation. And at the same time, because I see that we have a lot of real life uppick also, so CSB submit in the second day is also very important, so that you can prepare for them on how they can deliver the uppick real life and on peak real life from now on. If you don't have enough time, you can deliver it virtually. The people who should join LCVB and the team leader, and recommendation is the senior team member. In the facilitator, I would suggest MCVB, marketing OGV, and ESD. But however, if you can ask the previous LCVB to come and support you, then it's gonna be all very good. And if you want to deliver the submit to guide for them on doing how, then you need to have a clear analysis with them before. So you need to guide for them on how to do analysis and have the data, have the LC performance review before they come to the submit. um yeah. And if you want to have any call before between LC to LC, then you can have it. So in the submit, the 6 important topic that you need to deliver for them is first, analyze it. So you're gonna let them to understand, to review about the fixed peak operation, and from the fixed peak operation, which is including the internal performance, the customer behavior, the funnel, why people drop out, why people go with us, what are we doing good in attraction and consideration, what is the thing that we haven't done good, and also have some research about the fruit peak, especially the market performance. Is there anything related to the timeline, the budget of the people in the um, fruit peak market that we need to notice? And from the analysis what we can have, if we from each LC, you need to guide for them on how marketing and OTV can figure out the key challenge that they are facing together in the whole performance of this product in the LC. So from that they can figure out the strategy. Second is the goal setting. for the goal setting, it's gonna be based on the marketing and sales funnel. So you already know what is it, and based on this part, you need to guide for the LC VP to set the goals based on the LC funnel also, because in every LC maybe the funnel they have gonna be a little bit different from the MC funnel at and also even it's gonna be different between the one market and other market, or one major and other major. So if so they need to have a clear insight about the customer behavior. So for example, some market gonna have a very high sign up, but they're gonna have a very low conversion approve. But some market they don't have a lot of sign up, but the conversion to approval is very very high. So they need to how to they can set the funnel that have a goal align with the market, align with what MC giving direction, and then very easy for them to manage and adjust the performance along the way. And then strategy, supply strategy, and demand strategy. So I would suggest you have two parts for the supply and for the strategy. One is for supply strategy, and second is demand. How you can deliver these two things? As MCVB, you need to have the national direction already. So, for example, if what is your key direction for supply strategy? So, if the national direction is increase conversion rate from startup to apply by doing lead nurturing, for example, then in the LC strategy, they need to include how to say, I don't know how you can deliver it, but they need to include the national strategy inside their strategy. Plus, they're gonna have their own LC strategy they can support for them also. But they need to be on the same page with you about the supply, the conversion rate from startup to apply, because this is the national key focus, for example. So as long as you can tell them what is important, then they're gonna follow with you. And also for demand strategy also, you need to have the analyze, you need to have the draft ID in your mind. But when you talk and you want to deliver the national direction for them, the LC, they are suggested to follow the IR strategy of MC, and especially for OGV, because if they can follow, they can super align, and they can get more result if they align with MC. But be aware that for some LC, they may need a little bit different IR strategy. So for example, some LC they have the optic. Uh, for some LC, they gonna have. I would. Sorry. Okay, so for some MC, they may have a little bit different from IR strategy with MC. Because of the context, because they're gonna have optic real life, for example, then we need to govern them on how they can align with MC and have their own strategy. And finally is campaign. Let them know about the MC direction for the campaign, the timeline, the promotion of campaigns with specific IR partner, and how they can plan for it for the physical attraction, and how they can plan for it for consideration. However, if that LC they want to have some of the discount campaign with their own LC partnership, I think it's gonna be okay. But you need to guide for them so that they can figure out. And because most of the time the MC direction is only served around 70 to 80% of the situation, the LCBB you need to teach them to think on their own strategy. So, because our strategy can MC strategy cannot serve for everyone for 100% of what they need. We can only serve for 70 or 80% of the main bottleneck. So LCPB they need to understand about their own performance and their own context so that they can align with MC to maximize the result, and at the same time they can have the strategy for their own LC to super align with the context. And then finally it's going to be a space for you to build a culture for the commission, the routine. What is the routine you want to see, what is the competency that you want to build, or what is the culture you want to build. The suggested network routine that from my side, you're gonna have a commission call. It can be weekly or bi-weekly, but in the commission call, you need to invite the marketing MCVP to come and report about the marketing performance so that the operation team they understand about how's marketing doing. And at the same time, you need to have another call with marketing people in the commission. Can be monthly marketing call or bi-weekly marketing call. And in this call, you're gonna super focus on capacity building and also campaign downscale to marketing team. So that marketing you need to have more touch point with the commission, and also you need to ensure the operation understand what we are doing. So if there's something happen, then the operation team, like I mean the OGV people, they can help a lot in support the marketing. Like if we cannot get the enough sign up, then OGV can think about reconvert the people, for example. So the routine is very important. So this is the six important topic that you need to. I recommend you need to include in the submit. And this is how you can deliver the session. So I have the suggestion session building for you here, with the suggestion outline and the suggestion session deliver. However, I would recommend you to see this kind of thing as a resource for you to think further. You don't need to do exactly the same, because I don't need you to become a robot and do what exactly I told you. But you need to see this kind of thing as a resource for you to start thinking, and you can figure out what is the most important thing for your entity. Yeah, yeah. So that's it for the B2C and OGV joint operation submit. Do you have any concern or something that you want to understand more on how to deliver and how to make it successful? You can take from me or you can wait. The detail booklet, you can click into link here. This is just the draft one. Wait, nice. Yeah, and yeah. So if you cannot deliver all of the topic at one time, let's have a virtual delivery. But at least you need to be capacity for them. Like, yeah, don't let them alone, or they don't know what to do. Okay, so about the sale audit. So for this campaign, I haven't finalized the material yet, because I have a lot of material need to combine together. But I will send for you later in today or tomorrow. I will put the link here also. But the thing that we need to know right now is this is something that OTV need to super focus on. So for the sale audit, um, what you need to do and what you can see the suggestion from my side, you can see the objective of the audit, understand about the competency and the value of the B2C sales, because B2C sale and B2B sale are very different, right? So the competency and the value gonna be a little bit different. And we usually train the sale for the B2B, but we didn't do a proper training for B2C people. um, Next, you need to have a salesman evaluation scale, that I'm gonna talk to you after this topic, so that you can imagine how it's gonna look like. And then you, based on that, you can see how you can do the sales capacity boost. And I'm gonna have a guideline for you to conduct a sales audit later. So okay, so for the B2C sales competency, after the time that I observe, and most of the time I see that for B2C OGV sale, the knowledge that the competency that they need the most is the organization knowledge, product and process understanding. This is something that which is very basic, and this is SOP implementation. This is product positioning. This is asset understanding. So this is something that everyone need to know. Communication, influencing and negotiation skill, customer centricity, and resilience. So resilience is very important for B2C OGV, especially when you have a lot of lead and you have a lot of people need to handle. Other competency that I think that it can be nice to have, and you can base on your contact to see how you can develop more, either eye breaking skill, listening and questioning, critical thinking, and know how to do the repair or proper reparation. Like they know how to do the research about each customer before they talk to them, so that they can customize the message and customize the project before they talk to the customer. So this filing is something that very basic for all OGV cell team cell member. However, based on the capacity, we're gonna have different thing to do. So the material that I'm sent for you is gonna be include. So for each type of thing, I'm gonna have the explanation about the behavior that they need to have. So for example, if we need to talk about communication, the material that I'm sent for you gonna have a list of what's gonna be the basic behavior that they need to have. So for example, the way of communication is easy to understand. They can share the information in open and honest way. They active to listen and ensure understanding. And more and more and more. So yes, so I'm gonna send you a basic checklist for what is the competency and the description of each competency. But based on this, you can develop more based on your entity context, so you can have more customization, or you can have more checklist that you want them to develop. And from that, wait, someone is unmute. Wait. Uh, okay, sorry. Okay, and then after you have this kind of thing, after I will send for you, and you need to do a evaluation, customization version for your own entity cell capacity, and based on this, you can see how you can develop the capacity. So how the audit gonna happen is, first you need to teach for your LCVP to do the audit with their own member, or you can have the EST cell to do the audit with the owner of the member in the entity. So in the auditing note, you can have from the competency that you have here, you need to list down the key behavior that you can have, that they can have, and also the evidence. So how you can check the evidence is you can have a list of questions. So for example, for each behavior, you can have some three suggestion question. For example, be able to provide basic information and SOP implementation. So the question can be about, Lee, tell me about what is the process if we get the sign off from marketing. So your EST can be the one that help you to figure out the question to check its behavior. And from this each behavior, they're gonna have a list of questions. And in the cell audit, you're gonna do the audit with each cell member. You're gonna ask them. In one audit, you can have 2 to 3 people. From the MC, it can be you, the LCV, and the EST. They can have to conduct the interview, the audit with the member in 1 hour. And in 1 hour, you're gonna check through all of the competency and the behavior with the question, and then you're gonna put that the evidence that what did they say, what is the thing that they say, and the thing that they didn't know, and the question that they cannot answer. So and in the evidence, you need to write down the transcript that they talk to you, so that you can understand exactly what is the capacity of that people. After you have done this kind of thing with everyone in every LC, in every cell member, then you need to have a meeting with your LCVP to have a review about the cell capacity in each LC. So for example, in the behavior, actually, if you check into, this is something that quite relate to recruitment, but if you check into competency value model, you can see that for the people that with the same behavior, but for the newbie, they're gonna have different behavior. For master of self, they're gonna have different behavior. And based on that criteria, you can divide. You can see, okay, in this LC, how many newbie, how many senior, and how many master self they have. You can divide the cell level based on your own context. But I would suggest that you can have three level, and in each level you can have, okay, for the newbie, so for the newbie is someone that they can um, deliver deliver around 2 to 5 approval a peak. For the senior, they can have more. And for the master, let's check the highest volume that you have before. So in the past, you have the case that one master cell can deliver 25 approval. Then based on that, you can classify the people in 3 or 4 plus 3 or 4 level. And from this, you need to calculate with your LCVP that, for example, I would say, if you plan for 100 approval, however, in the LC after the first audit, you see that all of them are newbie because they didn't know a lot about Isaac. They didn't know properly about the capacity. So what we can expect from them is they can only deliver like maximum 5 approval. But if we only have like 10 member and each member deliver approval, then which means you can only have 25 approval a big because they can only deliver 5 approval a big, and they cannot handle a lot of lead uh, in 1 week. So which means if we want to achieve 100 approve, we need to make them to have like at least 5 senior cell and 5 master cell, for example. And for 5 senior cell, each of them can deliver. We expect them to deliver how many? And for 5 master cell, we can see which newbie member that can have potential to become the master cell and how many approval we expect them to deliver in the summer peak. And after we until the total number of senior and master approval that they can deliver when we combine is 100 approval, then at least you can know that okay, with this people and with this capacity you can achieve the performance. And from that audit you can design with your ESD about okay, then how we can make these 10 newbie people become senior and master. What is the education cycle? What is the thing we need to train for them? Based on the audit, what is the most missing competency that they are missing, or what is the thing that they are missing the knowledge the most? So based on that, we can have the monthly education for the cell member. So your EST cell need to design what is the training that they need to deliver along the way, and what is the thing that you need to focus to coach for this LC. For example, and based on that, every month you can have another audit again, because the ideal state is every month. At the end of the month, after you deliver and they perform, you audit again, and you can see how improved they are and how is it affect to the performance of the OGV cell. And based on that you can have a very clear about whether you can achieve the performance or not, because you cannot just set the goal for sale for approval based on your feeling. You need to set it based on the people that you need. If you see that there are some member they still not improving and they are not performing, or they really cannot performing, then you can think about how we can maybe reallocate them to CSP so that we can boost focus on build capacity for people can do the master, or we can think we can recruit more people, or we can think on how we can improve more productivity with less people, for example. So I will send you the success level with detailed criteria later, and you can base on it to figure out how you can do it. But this is how the cell audit is gonna look like. So do you have any concern about this type of thing, or do you think that it's helpful for you or not, or do you think that you already know about this or something? Yeah.
Can I know like how, like in what touch point you guys will do the sales audit? For example, like you do it in the team meeting, or you guys especially have a date for this one, like sales audit?
Yeah, so we should have a day for the audit, and it should happen physically. So you can transfer your LCBP and EST. So I have the EST in each region to help me to do it, or I bring my EST with me in the visit to do it physically, and we ask them to come to the cell audit in the weekend. So it looks like you set another interview for each member in a function. Yeah. Is it going to be for every entity? So for this kind of thing, the difference between so the logic of the cell audit is we need to understand about the capacity, and we need to understand about the expected approval capacity they can deliver. And then we can calculate the goal. However, the difference among the entity is the level of the people can be different. So for some entity, master cell or A10 approval. But for other entity, master cell is 25 approval maximum. Or the competency that you are designing is gonna be different. But the ideal here, we need to understand about exactly competency we need to deliver for each level. Yeah. So the frequency, I think for the frequency, to be honest, if you can have some EST to help you to do this, it should be happen monthly. Especially, to be honest, your successor in the winter, in the next winter, they're not gonna be strong as you from now. So when they're on term, they're not gonna be strong. So you need to build your commission to be super strong in sales. So in the winter and in the next year, they can deliver the strong sales capacity for the people. And if you want to make them super strong, it should be happen every month. So it's gonna be connected to the performance and the goal for the sale every month that you're doing. However, if you don't have enough people and capacity to do it, then you need to do it at least quarterly. Um, yeah. So you know exactly what you need to train for them. Nice. Yeah.
Can I know, like, do you guys have something like this but for EPM? Because I'm just wondering, because it's a good thing, I think, and if it's for EPM, like how they take care of the EP. I mean, that's a good thing.
Yeah, understand. Actually, I don't have it, to be honest. But actually you can start working on this because the logic is also gonna be the same, but the KBI is not approval, but the KBI is number of EP that they can handle and the number of complete. But in terms of competency, I think that you can have a quick check with the. So how we can know about the competency that they need to have? We talk to the reverse sales member and reverse sale the good sales member. So you can also talk to the reverse EPM that who do very good in CST and understand about the competency that they need to have. Based on that, you can build for EPM. But right now I don't have it. Yeah, nice. Yeah, okay. So to be honest, why we need this kind of thing for the long-term strategy is gonna be very important for you. In the future, we need to cut down a lot of cell member because we need to increase their productivity. Like one cell member can deliver 50 approval something. It's gonna be something happen in the future. So we need to start to build capacity for them from now, and also. If you can have a clear understanding about the sales performance, you can know about how to suggest for your LCVB on managing. Because one team leader of sales, I suggest they only manage 4 to 5 member maximum. They cannot manage 10 people of sale because they're gonna be exhausted and nothing gonna happen. So if they can only manage 4 to 5 people, then they need to understand how they can improve the productivity, or they need to understand, or maybe they can have 2 OCB sale, for example. Yeah. So that's gonna be how it's gonna work. And I think nice. Thanks. See you. And I think that's all for the commission call today. I hope that we are gonna be unstoppable in the winter. No, in the summer. Yes. If you have any further concern, you can let me know here. Or if you don't have any concern, you can open your mic and say something or say good luck to other people, and we can check out. Okay. Bye bye, Ashley. You can go. Yeah. Everyone, do you want to check out? You can just open your mic and say something, and you can check out. Yeah.
Thanks,
Hi
Bye
everyone.
bye.
Bye bye. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Bye
Thank
bye. Good luck,
you.
everyone.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay. Hope it's helpful for you. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. Bye bye, everyone. I will end the meeting now. No matter. Yes, I cannot speak. Oh, thanks for. Happy New Year. Happy New Week. Bye bye. Bye bye, Claudia. Min ơi.
Yeah.
Tuần tiếp theo em nên join commission call marketing nha.
Dạ. Em chưa được mời lịch đó chị.
Để chị cứ add em vô để chị em.
Với mấy cái recording này được gửi qua đâu á chị?
chị post trên YouTube hết với lại email.
Dạ. Bye bye chị.
Bye em.